London, the capital of the free nations of the world, was transformed on United Nations Day, when for a brief moment pageantry was brought back for the purpose of war. The King and Queen led their people in the observance of this day of dedication. At the head of the long procession marched the band of the National Fire Service playing Land of Hope and Glory. Behind them came uniformed men and women of the Civil Defense Services. In all, 2,500 people in and out of uniform, but everyone from the servicemen to the overawed factory workers contributing to the display. Ranged in front of the palace, 22 flags of 22 nations, each held by a British guardsman. All over the world of free men, the flags were flying on this day set aside for the United Nations. 22 flags of freedom took the Empire's salute. May God grant us brotherhood in hope and union, said Mr. Roosevelt in a broadcast the same day, not only for the space of this bitter war, but for the days to come. Beside the Queen stood President Benes and the princesses, watching with pride this outward and visible sign of the great heartbeats of a united people. King Haakon and King Peter, presidents and ambassadors, saw British miners, iron and steel workers, fishermen, white-capped bakers, land girls, munition workers, and the dozens of other trades that are ranged together in the fight for freedom pass in splendid array. Britain did honor to its allies by parading the Empire past the King. From factory, mine and field marched the people who represent the motherland in the British Commonwealth of Nations. General Sikorski and Monsieur Maisky were prominent spectators. And then, swinging down from the Mall, came the contingents representing the services. Led by a pipe band and headed by the flags of the British Commonwealth of Nations, sailors, soldiers and airmen, with their women's services, marching in this pageant of empire. And then, past their King and Queen, marched the men from overseas. The young lions of Australia, New Zealand, and the other partners across the oceans. The Prime Minister's message on this day of days called on us all to pay tribute to the valor and sacrifice of those who have fallen, and to the courage and endurance of those who fight today. Here is our strength, the source and promise of victory.